How are you? Who are you? Now that we grieve the loss of life as we knew it, surely you are different now. Perhaps this is a matter of projection or protection of self, but is your light-hearted, "I'm good, and how are you?" genuine? Perhaps the half-hearted assertion that your wellness is in peak condition alleviates the pressure of articulating the state of your truest form, the form that collapses into bed each night, longing for normalcy, comfort, the care of anyone willing to offer it. How are you? Someone might ask. Imagine our collective replies. I'm feeling more uninspired than I ever have, and I don't know what it will take for my soul to be reinvigorated. I don't know when any of this will end. When will it end? Our feelings are as minced as the ingredients for a rather convoluted emotional meal, our minds more cluttered than the checkerboard spread of pixelated faces dinging in and out of the world's largest room. Somehow, amidst all of this, the unspoken expectation of an uncomplicated reply creeps throughout our minds, lurking, waiting to stifle any semblance of an authentic response. But it'd be easier for them to hear that I'm fine. Or would it be easier for you not to do all of that mental digging? Which is it? Which is your truth? Who are you? How are you?
The night sneaks up on us sooner than we expect. We sleep through the day in hopes of time passing faster. Our brains keep us up with the future we want for ourselves, without knowing what these days were supposed to consist of. Were these days supposed to be the best days of my life? The good old days? What was I supposed to achieve? Who was I supposed to meet? Why do I feel robbed from life? Are these problems as big as we think that they are? Or have we been taking advantage of the world we have been given? Home. Home has never felt so safe. But I have never felt so trapped in my own thoughts. A hug has new meaning. It is now a weapon. Friendships are more sacred when kept at a distance. Time feels like an unnecessary social structure, and death has never felt so close, so you flirt with the idea of staying alive. We all woke up in a world where touch is just as harmful as a bullet wound to the gut. There is an invisible virus polluting the air, attaching itself to those we cannot save. While the media pollutes our minds, we anxiously lock every door behind us, shutting out a new potential reality. Things seem hopeless. Life will never be the same. But to ease your heart, you take a step back and you realize the birds still sing outside of your window. You are encouraged to take time for yourself. And there are places, people, and things that cannot wait to see you again.
Yes. And how am I? Like rushing water, thrashing, always retracting. I am falling rain, caressing every crevice, peppering your ears. I am undulant, with complexity and depth, filled with undiscovered creatures and unearthed secrets. I flow, I erode, I refresh, I drown, I heal.
If you asked me how I'm doing today, I'd tell you that I'm fine. Because if I told you how I was really doing, I'd have to tell you about the scars under my hemline, the heaviness of self-loathing it begins to caress my spine, never quite knowing what's hers and what's mine. Self-loathing is all I've ever known, and if you asked me why I feel like dying, I'd tell you the answer lies beneath my breastbone. Stop asking me why my fingertips are so cold. It seems I can't feel them at all. Who knew depression could be so bold? And if you asked me how I'm doing today, I'd tell you I'm fine. Because the goddess of self-hatred is calling on you too, and she doesn't want you to miss her deadline. She will wrap you up, consume you like she did to me. She will kiss your temples and tell you that she's all you need. And as she digs a dirt hole for you to lay, she'll sing you a lullaby and bury you slowly in decay. And I'm working on the backbone of a messy floor, waiting for what's in store, never really quite sure if there's more for me. I hope there is. I think there is. And if you asked me how I'm doing today, I'd tell you I'm well. Because if I had to tell you I've never felt so alone, it might make my throat swell. Why is it that I feel the most alone when I'm surrounded by so many people? So I go home and endure the steep pool. What if I told you that I lied about my whereabouts? Because it feels as if the tide is pulling me further out. I am trying to be there for you, all while aching my other half is long overdue. Maybe you could ask me how I'm doing today. My heart feels achy. No, I'm not okay. I'm evaporating from a place I once called home, afraid I'll leave no trace of my passion, my love, my backbone. I want to leave a mark, and the fear leaves me numb, afraid I'll lose my spark in this heavy curriculum. And so I pry at the clock, asking her for my time back, for there is a steep plank to walk, hoping never to be swept back. Ask me how I'm doing. I'll tell you I'm terrified. Because time is the heaviest weight, it hangs down my side. I hear the clicking of a clock underneath my pillow at night. It reminds me I must go soon. It eats at my eyesight. Have I lost my joy? Or is it still there? Am I pretending to be happy? Does anyone really care? I am trying to let myself breathe, but I'm breathing underwater. As I let myself sink, I let the future become a dull blur. They tell me to go for it. But how can I follow my dreams when I don't know where I'll go and I feel like I can't breathe? Where will I go? To hide from this self-doubt? Is there another place, another route? It feels as if there are still burns on my hands. The scars are a constant reminder taking me by the waistband. Anxiety is a burden to bear. Do you know the struggle of not being able to wash your own hair? Ask me. Go ahead. I see the future. I am expectant. I expect light in the same breath that I expect darkness. I expect boundless joy coupled with moments of heartless. The powers that be, the powers that play my cards, will take care of me when I crumble to shards. A day like today has never been lived before. So I tie my shoelaces, eager to see what's in store. So if someone asks you, how are you today? Greet them with tenderness, listen to what they say, and remember, you got through yesterday, as we're all still learning to let our vulnerability guide our way.